Hello, 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 hello. It's hump day. It is hump day. Happy Wednesday. Let's get this going, shall we? Hello there. How's everybody doing today? It's, hopefully everybody's staying hydrated. It is, well, hot out. It is very, very hot out. Oh, man. And it's not getting any better anytime soon. Oh man, it doesn't matter if you're in America or Europe. It looks like that heat is just gonna smack you in the face. Ugh, it's miserable. It is miserable. I'll take a look here in a second, see exactly how hot it is, but I know it's already in the 80s. That's not fun. Eve Online. There we go. Okay. There's that. Let's get this going. Hello, Aparlo. Hello, Aparlo. Hello. I'd rather be hot than cold. See, you've probably heard me say this before, but I would rather be cold than hot. And let me tell you why. So when you're hot or when you're cold, what happens? You can just keep putting clothes on, right? Okay. Yeah, very true. However, in the summer, when you're hot, you can only take off so many clothes before it becomes a felony. That's my thoughts on this. It's true. It's true. So, like, let's see. It's already so it's 10:04 in the morning, and it's 84 already. So, I know that's nothing crazy, but yeah, it's gonna be a hot one today. It's supposed to be 95. 95. Yucky, yucky, yucky. Yeah, 87 here, and it feels like 101, and a high of 95. Yeah, so you're basically in the same boat. Let me look. I don't know what the heat index is gonna be. Oh, sorry. So, yeah. So actually, it's 84, and it will end up feeling like 105 today with that heat index. Yucky yuck. Man, that sucks. All right. Let's knock out these opportunities. So if you do not do your daily opportunities, you are severely missing out. So there's 31 days in July. So that means there is 310,000 skill points right there just for completing two. And then at the very end, day 12 of the ladder is another 225. So 225, 525, 535,000 skill points. Yeah. If you are not doing the opportunities, you're really missing out on skill points. So 535,000 skill points, that's a rank 1 skill instantly done. You know, that's like 5-6 days right there. That's what that is. So always do your dailies. Always do your dailies. It is absolutely a necessity. Alright, I got my coffee. I'd rather swim than be a polar bear hiding in my cave. I don't know, man. I can't swim anymore because my knees are destroyed. The last time I went swimming, I dislocated my knee. So yeah, I don't swim anymore. Anything that's above my knees, like walking, I will probably dislocate it. Yeah. Thank you, Army. It sucks that you spend 20 years doing it, and then you're like, yay, I'm retired. I get to live life, but oh, now I'm broken. uh, I can't tread. I stay where I can reach or use a life jacket. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's always a good one, too. Like, I used to be a fish. Like in a former life, I think I was a fish. I love swimming. Like I'm not gonna say like I'm an Olympic level swimmer, but I'm really good at swimming. So it was very disheartening, to say the least. That yeah, yeah, it was disheartening. Yeah, I love swimming. So does Tiny. She loves it. She loves being in water. She's a fish in water, man. She would rather come out looking like a prune than, have to get out at all. Definitely. Swimming is awesome. It's the best. Oh. All right, what did you say? In Texas, we would go to the deepest part of the lake, and I was freaked out at first because it's a sensory thing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So Texas, there's a lot of man-made lakes by the Army Corps of Engineers just because of the consistent water shortage that they have. I don't think it's as bad as California, but Texas is a huge state and they've got so many ranches and stuff like that. Um, yeah. Yep. 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 All right. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of man-made lakes over there. A lot of them. We went to Lake Whitney, and we're by the Whitney Dam. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. And yeah, I mean, that's the only problem I have. Like, I do not want scorching warm water. Like, if I'm gonna get in a lake, I don't want it to feel like a bath, like that kind of heat. And that's the only thing I regretted about swimming in Texas, just because the water is warm, warm like whoa, and that part did suck, but it's okay. Yeah, they said there used to be a town there, and they flooded and sunk school buses. Wow, that's gnarly. All right, so no, okay, we'll knock out day one. We'll just pay for today because it makes the most sense. Alrighty, another one. Okay. Yep. 13 days. Not bad. Good lord. Alright. No, not you. There's that. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Alright. Sweet. We're about to burn a lot of those. That's good. Okay, we'll go ahead and close those. Okay. I like it. Yeah, I did. Alright. I like the water warmer. You get sore when the water's cold. You get sore? Like, are we talking like arthritis sore? Or like in your joints? 3 more days. That is right. You are right, ma'am. I am so excited. I love it. Somebody's got a big birthday coming up. It's awesome. I love it. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, there's that. Again, it's like I biked for hours. Interesting. Well, I mean, colder water, it's harder on the muscles. You contract, but you're also trying to use them at the same time. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but it does make sense. It does make sense. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mystic had her fun last night. She was on here. She was going to somewhere on the map. I think it was UJY. I think. I think she was UJY, so she was like all the way down here somewhere. Yep, 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 yep. Mm-hmm. Fun times, baby. Alright, let me take a look at this. Ooh, hey, that's actually perfect. Perfect. So what do you got going on today, Parlo? Huh? Huh? Got the good old coffee. I fell asleep at 7, woke up at like 4:30. Oh my god. Dude, you already lost me at the 4:30, okay? That's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Nope. Not this guy. Heck no. You're a better person than me. If I went to sleep that early, good lord. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Alright, let's go this way. Kablam! Wee. Alright. Legendary goes live in 5 hours. Gonna watch his stream. Maybe do art. Might stream later tonight. There you go. There you go. Hey, you said 3 days. I say 27 days because of Halo. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. 27 days, baby. 27 days. And then it's go time. It's gonna be awesome. Hopefully. I'm hoping it's gonna be awesome. Oh, man. Gosh darn it. Yep, yep, yep. It's gonna be sweet. It's an exciting month. I don't care. It's an exciting month. That's all that matters to me. Approach, because I'm dumb and I can't quite think yet. My brain is still turning on. You went to bed and got up at 4:30. I went to bed at like 11 and got up at 9:30. Okay. I don't remember falling asleep. I remember watching YouTube shorts. Oh, you were doom scrolling and fell asleep. Yep. That's what'll do it, man. Doom scrolling. Every once in a while, I catch myself doom scrolling, and then I'm like, wait, no, put the phone down. No, I try not to. I try not to doom scroll. But yes, you're absolutely right. Doom scroll. Yeah. It's awesome. It's one of those sleeps you wake up the next day and you're like, wait, what century is it? Yeah, I feel you on that one. I've taken I do not like to really take naps, but if I do, I always end up in one of those naps. It's like a small coma, and then I wake up and I'm like, wait, is it day or night? Like, I don't know what's going on right now. Don't know. Yeah, Mystic loves her weighted blankets too. But her weighted blanket comes in the form of a 20-pound tabby cat. Yep. Alright. Yeah. He's a thick one. This company waiting for a friend to get off work. Search and destroy, now he's dead. Are you gonna play the new Call of Duty? Or are you just gonna, or do you just stick to Warzone? Huh? I'm gonna make macaroni and ramen, but don't feel like making it. Yes, I mix them. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I like making homemade hamburger helper. I'll just make a pound of hamburger and add it to like a couple of boxes of shells and cheese. Oh yeah, homemade hamburger helper, man. I love it. There's nothing wrong with mixing it. So what we do is we'll take ramen noodles, the chicken flavor ramen noodles. We'll make chicken and noodles like you eat when you're sick, and then some chicken breast. You cut it all up and stuff, and mix it all together. It's a soup, but it's not. It's awesome. I'm gonna make macaroni and ramen. Yeah. Heck yeah. Do that one of these days. It takes a little bit longer because you got to make the chicken too, but it is amazing. Yes, it's something new. I don't care. It is awesome. And like if you, I mean, you could add some crackers if you want to, but other than that, yeah, because it's not like ramen noodles. It's not like chicken noodles. And with the chicken pieces in there, like yeah, it's nice and hearty. It's warm. Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Completely recommend. Completely recommend. Okay? That's me. That's what I'm saying. Never not. Do 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 do. Oh man. Yeah, it is awesome. It is awesome. Mm, 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 mm. I am just having my fun here. It's a new month. Good Lord. We're already on the 7th month of this year. We are halfway through. Goodness gracious. Great months of fire. I think, yeah, so I don't know if it was the government or what, but I guess this heat wave has officially been named, like, the Circle of Hell or something like that. I don't remember. Let me look it up. It was something funny. Nine. Man. No, that's not what it was. I don't remember what it was called. It's definitely hot though. Like Tiny yesterday, last night when she came in, because she was outside playing with the neighbor kids and riding her electric scooter around and stuff like that. She's like, "Are we gonna go outside tomorrow? Do you have any yard work you want to do?" I'm like, "No, I'm trying to stay inside today." Like, no, like I decided to mow and take care of the yard last night because later on this week, pretty much starting Friday, if it's still accurate, let me take a look. Okay, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all I see is like thunderstorms and lightning bolts. Like, no, I'm going to take care of the yard and hopefully not have a heat stroke. It was hot enough yesterday. I was actually drinking water, people. That's your Christmas miracle right there. I was legitimately drinking water. Mm-mm. Send you a pic of what I make on them. Make them on. It's a tiny cooker with a pot that barely fits a cup of macaroni noodles in a... Oh, okay, okay. I think Tiny Trigger, or Tiny, has something like that. It's, I think it was Hello Kitty. It was something like that. It's like a really, really tiny little hot plate. And, like, the cup that you can, quote-unquote, boil water and make something in is, like, no bigger than a coffee cup. It's hilarious. Personally, I'm not an engineer. I completely think it's unsafe because like the cup itself is so thin, like you squeeze it too hard, you can bend it. But yeah, doesn't matter. It's okay. 5 hours. Let's go back to the legendary thing. Like he streams a lot later now. Or that's just today that he's on later. Because he used to be like streaming like basically in the morning into the afternoon. What? What? That's... Unless he's changed his schedule, which is an entirely a possibility. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Uh... 5.5. You know what? We'll do it that way. Did I make anything? No, I didn't. I'm good. I'm good. Alright, sent myself my money. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I love it. I'm just glad that the air conditioning doesn't have to work too hard. You would figure that it takes more electricity for AC because of the heat consistency, but it actually takes more electricity for the heater because of the elements that are in it. 4,500 watt elements are in that in the furnace because it's an electric one. And yeah, when those have to kick on because the heat pump can't keep up, that sucks. You can just watch the little meter thing on your electric meter going, whew, it's spinning. You're like, oh, I could do the salsa to that. That's probably not good. Anyway. Uh-oh. Oh, those are cool. That's awesome. It almost looks like a rice cooker. That's cool. Heck yeah. That's funny, man. That's funny. Do do do. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy? Oh. Kablam. Kablamski. Yeah, he moved his time 2 to 6 to get more gaming time and get more work done. I see, I see, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's when you know I haven't paid attention. But I don't really watch too much Halo anymore. I mean, I sound like I'm not a fan. I sound evil when I say it that way. Don't get me wrong, I love Halo. I do. I love me some Halo. I do. Boom. Yep. Here's what we should do. So, like a couple of days before the campaign evolved or whatever it's called, it comes out, just beat, combat evolved, play through it again. And that way, when you play the new game, you're like, wow, that's a lot different than what the other one is. Wow, that's different too. That kind of thing. Yeah. I will get Xbox Live on the 28th. Xbox Live. Wow. Let's go back in time there for a second. I will get Game Pass for a month on the 28th, so that way I can play the game. Is it a day one release? Let's make sure. Let's see. It should be. It should be. I'm assuming yes. Oh. I don't know. Let's see, what the heck? This is day one release. It will launch next month. Cloud. Nice. I love it. You either copied that or you are really good at writing game descriptions. Sweet. So that means I don't have to buy it. I can just get Game Pass, play it, be done with it. I love it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So, curiously... Yeah, that should be fun. Yeah, dude, there are a couple of games I'm looking forward to. The Division 3. Fable. I don't really care for Grand Theft Auto, so I'm not gonna jump for joy when that finally comes out. That's really about it. Now, what was it, EA? No, Electronic Arts. Oh yeah, duh, EA. If they would bring back Command and Conquer, I would be as happy as a pig in poop. Jorts! Hello, Jort. Hello, sir. I saw those pictures. You looked like you guys had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I love the hair. I love it. Man, Jort, you got so much good stuff going on. Oh my goodness, dude. I'm happy for you guys. So much good stuff. Been great. Got back from our trip to that. Oh, that's... Yes. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Oh, man, you guys got so much good stuff going on. I love it. I love it. It's just a great time to be around. I loves it. How you been, my friend? Long time and no speaker. The beard. Yeah, I know, right? So no kidding. When we went to the Indy 500, one of my former co-workers, we seen him in the parking lot that we all parked our cars in to get to the racetrack. And he walks up to my wife, and they start talking and stuff. And then he's like, "Where is he at?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm standing like right in front of you." He, no kidding, could not recognize me, and I felt really great about that. I felt great about it. So, I have no problem sharing this information. So my buddy back home, in my hometown, he bet me, okay? So he said that if you can go a year without shaving, 365 days, so January 24th to January 24th, if I could go a year without shaving, the bet is, if I win, he has to get waxed like 40-year-old virgin style from the waist up. And if I lose, I have to do it. Well, the missus was like, "You're definitely not going to lose that," because I look like a shag carpet. So yeah, we're not gonna lose that. Yeah. So far I'm winning. Let's see. So I started not shaving January 23rd. That was my last day in like wearing the uniform, and I was signing out of the Army before I went on my accrued vacation time. So so February, March, April, May, June. So this month will be 6 months. So I'm almost halfway through. But I will tell you though, I'm pretty sure I personally funded some YouTube channels on beard maintenance and management because I thought it was just, okay, you grow the hair. No, like beard oils and like lotions and you shouldn't even use a comb to brush it. Like, no, I didn't know these things. So I'm like going ripping the hair out and I'm like, "Oh my god, this hurts." No, I didn't realize that there are specific like beard brushes and things like that. I had no idea. I had no clue. Oh yeah, exactly. I learned that the hard way. I did learn that the hard way. So like I got my brush and I got my beard comb thing, And you know, when I go out in public, I put the oil in to keep all the strays, the flyaways down and stuff. Like, yeah, it's like a whole system. I didn't know that. I just thought that you just wake up one day and you look like Smokey Robinson. I didn't know. Dude, my grandpa's beard is like a foot. Yeah, so Tiny, she calls me Gandalf, which is kind of insulting because there is actually it's I think it's probably more for comedy, but there's a beard chart, like based on the length, like you know like there's Bushman, and then there's like legendary, and then you know there's like wizard and like stuff like that. Like I'm nowhere close. The only thing that I do regret is that the army took all of my youth and color. So I got like the white patch like right here. But I did tell her though for Christmas time I'm just going to go from the nose down and split in half. I'm going to go red on one side, green on the other for Christmas. You know, that temporary beard or temporary hair dye. I thought about doing it for the 4th of July, like a little bit of red, a little bit of white, a little bit of blue, but nah. I know, and I guess so. Because of this, I guess they make tiny little ornaments, like really small ornaments, and that you can also like attach to it. So I'd be like a walking Christmas tree. I'm all for it. I told her I'd do it once, so we'll see. But yeah, beard maintenance is it's new to me. Okay, I had no idea what I was doing. Uh, I've seen that. I've seen a lot of beard beads. Yes, yes. Yeah, well, I mean, you got to figure pirates did it to, you know, that way their beards didn't blow in their face when they're on, you know, the high winds of the ocean. So it makes sense that it's still a thing somewhere. You've got to do a big dwarvish braid. Yeah, so I'm like a Viking. If a Viking was 5'5" and stubby, okay. I'm a Timu Viking. How about that? Oh, that's perfect. I'm a Timu Viking. I love it. I'm gonna patent that. Yeah, well, Gimli was scary, yes, but he was actually proficient at what he does. The big guy's scary, but a small Viking would be terrifying. Yeah, you can't see him coming. Yeah, I can see that. I think that has that part of my timeline has eluded me. I'm not going to be that fast ever again. Also, the tallest actor. Yeah, what was his name? I know who you're talking about, but yeah, the actual actor, he was tall. He was also in that TV show. Well, he was in many TV shows, but the TV show where he was actually, you know, his normal height. Yeah, he was rather tall. They were really smart doing those movies, like the camera angles to make the, you know, the oh my goodness, like Frodo and all of them look small, and like Gandalf and stuff look all huge. Like they did a really good job on the cameras and things like that. It's crazy how they did so. Yeah, it is. And then you look at today's stuff and you're like, really? This is the best that you could do? Like, I guess the new Supergirl movie kind of is flopping or flopped. I don't know. I didn't really plan on watching it. Yeah, I don't know. The forced perspective shot in Gandalf's cart. Yes, yeah, exactly. That's exactly how they did it, because it's amazing how they were that far away, but were still able to achieve close-up shots while showing the depiction of tall versus short. I mean, yeah, they also did have, I don't want to say stunt doubles, but they did have doubles that were more depicted of the correct height. But yeah. So, have you tried retracing your steps, my sister? And Satan, I have ADHD, I basically teleported here. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, I'm over the CGI everything as well, but at least if you are going to CGI it, at least make it look right. Like, okay, the very first, the Transformers movies, okay? Excellent CGI, excellent work in graphics, completely awesome with the audio mix-in. And then you look at stuff today, and it's just like, well, that's CGI. with the power of these workstations and, you know, things like that, that's what you came up with? Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Doctor Strange Multiverse was really bad with it. Yeah. Oh, the Multiverse of Madness or something like that? Yeah. That one wasn't too bad. I think they went a little over the top, but yeah. Yeah. So what you been up to, Jort? You still gaming and stuff, or you're just, or not, because you're just having too much fun doing everything else, which is great too. Which is great. I gaming a bit, especially now that I'm working remotely again. There you go. World War One Sims. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. I wanted to show the neighbor a picture of your car because she absolutely loves minis, but nah, I didn't want to get her started. Yeah, yeah. That car is sick, dude. Like you, what was that movie? Had Mark Wahlberg in it, Charlize Theron. It's where they had to go steal all the gold back. Was that Mini Cooper's? The Italian Job. Yep. Thank you. You were that was quick. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Like, dude, I could actually see you doing that. Like, slap some turbos on it. Like, let's do this. I mean, the tires are relatively cheap because it's a smaller car. So, yeah, just roast them. Roast them. I love it. Oh, man. That's awesome. Gaming. That's awesome, dude. That's sick. Yeah, that's great. That'll be fun, especially more people that you know, and you know, like just oh man, yeah. Now that I am out of the city life, I will never look back. I do miss like okay, here's an example for you. There is a fiber connection that they can make to our house from the highway. We're like 2/10 of a mile on the other side of the woods to the highway, okay? And there's a main fiber trunk that connects the two cities. They were like, yeah, hey, yeah, you qualify for fiber. We can drop that. But it's $16,000 to drop the line just to dig and bury the strands. I was like, you know what? Nah, I'll stick to coax, thank you very much. Nope. Nope, nope. That's the only thing I regret about city living. The internet. Like, yeah, we have 1.2 gig down and anywhere between 35 and 41 megabit up, which that's not bad. It's not bad. But if you're trying to stream on anything that's decent, yeah, that'll hurt real. It's not as efficient. I love it, Aparlo. I love how you decided to jump in on that. That is awesome. Excellent song. I'm about the same. Gig down, 40 up. Yeah, we have Comcast. That's what we have. Symmetric, but I'm happy with it. Dude, yeah. Like, they were offering... So, here's the kicker. Like, there was no way this was going to happen, but I was just letting them talk so that way they could get it out of their system because they're salespeople. Like, oh, yeah, we could get you 200 down, 200 up on fiber for $450 a month. I'm like, ha! What? $450 a month? Nah. Dude, no. $450 a month just to sit here and play video games? No, thank you. I'll stick to my $86. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was like, dude, how do you get people to buy into this? But of course, you know, we would be one of the first ones to actually have a line in this area. The more people you have, the lower the prices can be because, you know, I get all that, supply and demand. But I was just like, nah. I'm not paying that kind of money just to look at video games, dude. Nope. I'll sit up my woods and, like, I'll old school mail packets back and forth for gaming before I do that. Nope. Ah, shit, gotta get back to work. Alright, man. You have fun. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Long time no see. Of course, you're in the Discord, but this is different. All right. That's hilarious, though. Yeah, highway robbery. I would choose a few other superlatives, but yes, yes. Yeah, highway robbery. By George. Uh-huh. I would lose my mind at that. That would be no way, dude. No way. I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, nah. And honestly, the internet is not bad. With a 35 megabit up. So if we stream at 6K, because that's what Twitch's max is. Technically it's 8K, but don't we're not going to argue that. But so 6K, and you got to figure you want to add at least double that for your upload because of packet loss and the variation in coaxial internet. So that would be 12. So 12 out of 35. That leaves, you know, oh my god, I'm bad at math. 35. So 23 megabit as far as like everything else, like sending packets back and forth for, you know, clicking something in a game or, you know, whatever the case may be. You would figure there's plenty of overhead that's available. But dude, like they're coming some, I think it's tomorrow, no, it's the 3rd. They're coming out to fix the transmission access point. Because it is aged. Because if anybody remembers, Mystic and I used to stream at the same time. 2 separate streams, same house, and each 3K. So that's 6K right there, and it worked just fine. No packet losses, nothing like that. No stream dropping. So clearly something has went wrong, degraded, over the couple of years. So yeah, they already said the tap was old and it needs upgraded. So they're going to come fix that. They already dropped a brand new line from the tap to the house. So they said they were surprised that we had internet at all, because it was such a damaged and just old cable. So yeah, there's that, I guess. All right, let me pitch, dude. I need it to be July 20th. Yep, exactly. See, I even forgot that detail. I just knew that we both streamed. Man, it's been a while. Good job, Aparlo. Young minds. They have good memory. Good job. I need to buy myself some visostigmine. Help the synaptic fibers fire a little bit better. Not really. That's more for elderly patients. Although I'm getting there. Kick was probably the biggest mistake. I am still not a fan of Kick. I'm not going to bash other platforms. I'm just going to say I'm not a fan of it. Its lack of regulation, its backing of casino money, and you know just some of the things that happens on there. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I would not want to place my reputation in the hands of that again, so I'm not. It's that simple. Mystic or Halo Ricardo. Yep, you're right. Gosh dang. Good memory. Good memory. I love it. I love it. Okay. Hey. No stuttering. Oh, no stuttering. Do. Come on, baby. Oh, there we go. Alright. Let's Scoopy. Scoopy. What was that doing? Oh. I lost it for a second. My brain. My brain don't brain, man. I remember my college bike around having your Mystic on my phone and music on my tablet. Ha! Oh, man. So you're what this year? You're a senior or a junior? I can't remember. I'm sorry. I've probably asked this before. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have. I just can't remember. Junior. Okay. Now, because of what you're going for, do you have to do any licensing or a certificate as well, or not? Graduate in May. That'll be exciting. And they'll come quick. That'll be awesome, though, because once you graduate, yeah, the free-to-play experience is over. Congratulations, welcome to real life. I mean, yeah, you're an adult. Sorry to real life, but you get what I mean. Oh, yeah. Do. Man, that's... Time flies, doesn't it? I remember when it was just you getting ready to go. Good God. Back in our day. Getting my CDA 2 degrees, 3 certificates. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, so definitely. Yeah, that's one thing I regret, or don't really, I don't want to use, not the word regret. That's the only thing that I find is unpleasant about the college degree and the college experience. Like that piece of paper to a lot of companies, is just a piece of paper. You have to follow it up with several certificates and things like that. Yeah. That part is rough. Like my generation and the generation before that, like go to college or you're going to be a nothing. Everybody started doing that and then watered down the system. Like I still stick by trades because we found out in the year 2020, I'm not going to say the C word, but yeah, we found out that infrastructure is the absolute most important thing. Electrical, plumbing, engineering, all that stuff. That is the absolute most important thing. So, like when I was trying to tell Tiny, because we were discussing, education and things like that, that hey, you know what? The bottom line, I don't care what she does, as long as it makes her happy. I don't care if it's flipping burgers, but if she does something like that, I just need her to understand in her heart that she can do better. All she has to do is apply herself. But anyway, like, the benefits and, the instant, gratification of, with trades, you can come out of it. You're making money while you're learning it, and then you're making more money when you're done with it. Apprenticeships and things like that, whether it's electrical, plumbing, mechanic, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of capability. Luckily, she is going to be in a good position because of me being a retired disabled veteran. She can go to a state college for free, so she'll be able to do that. And also my GI Bill, she'll be able to also maximize that. But yeah. Okay, sorry. Senior in high school, about to go to college. Trying to work at the preschool head start. Had to get my observation hours, and they offered me to work there. What? That's good. At least you got offered a job. That means obviously you did the right. You're doing it right. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, it's cool. Like I just say, I know that there's a lot of bad press when it comes to some degrees versus others, and the benefits and pros and cons of people that went to college or not, or whatever. It's that old saying, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I think that's kind of BS because yeah, the bills need to get paid, homie. That's just the way life is. Bills need paid. But you also got to make yourself happy. If you ever seen the movie Con Air, Steve Buscemi does I don't know the quote exactly, but like, what if I told you crazy was sitting in an office job for 40 years, working 40 hours a week, and when you're done, they just give you basically like a high five and thanks for playing. Like, what if that's the word? What if that's the definition of crazy? Actually, speaking of working, I just saw an article. I didn't dive into it, but apparently the 4-day work week for America is like moving ahead as far as possible legislation. I don't know how accurate that'll be. You just you just graduated. I would say 40% got passed just because they paid and showed up. Maybe 60%. Yeah, I mean, hello by the way. Yeah, I could understand that. I mean, I don't know how accurate this is because because I can't remember where I heard it. But the college experience is to a future employer is validation that you can stay committed to something for 4 years at a minimum, and be able to not even be great at it, but at least you can follow directions. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to knock it. I mean, I think that higher education is definitely important, but preaching to everybody that it's a necessity or you're going to be nothing in life, I think that's where we kind of lost our footing, because that is absolutely not true. There are people that are going to be good leaders and managers, and there are people that are going to be good workers that don't want to lead or manage. You have worker bees and you have management. Some people are excellent with their hands and just want to work hard. There's nothing wrong with that, ever. Some people were not meant to lead, and it's just the way that it is. Thanks, you're human. That's just kind of life. Life, baby, life. I'm the favorite. I don't come in for 1 week. Was sick, sounded like I was dying, and they were all looking for me. Hey, that's good. Be dependable and be good, but don't be dependable that you get to do everybody else's job too, without commensurate, you know, like upscale and pay and benefits. Because then if everything hinges on a single person, that business or whatever is already doomed to fail. That's my opinion. Spending 50 years at a desk job only to retire and wither away, dreading every day. Yeah, that's very true. I have a degree in computer science. People I graduated with type with 2 fingers while looking for each key in computer science. Yeah, that would be kind of rough, wouldn't it? Computer science, though, good for you. See, that's the kind of degree I could get behind. Because cybersecurity, it's a dangerous world. And for my 10-year-old, like, I watch everything she does on the internet very closely because it is dangerous. And, just getting random scam text messages and stuff like that. Like, cybersecurity is important, and especially considering current times with the explosion of AI and capabilities. Yeah, I mean, you know better than I do, when it comes to development and stuff. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I type both, although if I get distracted, I have to look down. The only time I have to look down at the keyboard is if I'm using the number pad. Like, the number pad to the right of the keyboard. That's the only time. I know that there is a little notch on 5, okay? But still, to this day, I'm a lefty, all right? I'm a lefty. For some reason, I cannot use my right hand on a number pad that well. With my left hand, yeah, I can zoom it. I don't get it. It is what it is, man. I have no idea. Hello, Frosty, by the way. Frosty Shootout. That's an awesome name, actually. I like it. Are you an avid Eve player as well? I hope so. We can be friends if you like Eve. When I realized who else was getting the same degree as me, I decided to go for a master's. Now, okay, so computer science. I don't know the most about it, and obviously you're better versed in this than I. Did the degree land you employment, or did you also have to do further certificates and stuff like that to specialize? That's the quote from Con Air. Yes, thank you. I knew it was from Con Air. Steve Buscemi, excellent actor. Xbox generated. You're on Eve right now? Good, good, good. I'm glad. Another Eve player. I love it. I love it. This silly little game. Honestly, playing Eve, if you can last in Eve for like more than a year, you should get like an automatic like certificate in like Microsoft Office. Yep. Just saying. You should. Oh yeah, I did clean that up. Okay. Cool. Commercial break in progress. Thank you. Thank you. What do you like to do in Eve? We'll make it a little lighthearted here for a second. We were going pretty deep in education and stuff. Man, I'm pretty sure, like, I just fried a circuit in my head, having to actually think. I didn't bother looking. I decided to go for a master's a week before I graduated with a bachelor's. I'm sure I could get a job, not a job I want. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's fair, man. That's fair. It's interesting, isn't it? Computer science, though, good for you. You're one of those smart ones. You're one of those smarties. That's awesome. Good for you. I went for mass communication because my job in the Army was public affairs. Well, let me rephrase. Let me retract that. My first job in the Army was a fueler. So, you know, would you like diesel or unleaded? I wanted to do a job in the Army that was a little more marketable on the outside and better for promotions. So I went public affairs, and then I'm like, okay, well, might as well look at mass communications. That's along a similar path. So that's what I went with. I don't do it now. After doing public affairs in the Army, I despise mass communication or, you know, public relations, that kind of stuff. I despise it because of the rules and regulations that were behind it. It was disheartening. I think that as a government organization, we could do a lot better, and but it's okay. I'm retired now. I don't have to care. You wanted to be a zookeeper, but I had to specialize at least 3 animals, and the only school that did that cost too much without. Wow, a zookeeper, that'd be sweet. I have a feeling though that that's kind of difficult financially. Like, because zoos are, you know, mostly based on funding because they're not really profit organizations. So, like, after the big C word, a lot of state parks, you know, they were letting programs go because there was just no money coming back in. Like our biggest state park here in the good old Hoosier State, you know, they shut down their entire horse division. You know, you could go ride ponies, you could rent horses technically, and go through all the trails and stuff. They shut all that down because once the C word was over and the world opened back up, there was just all the grants and stuff just dried up. They didn't want to reinvest back into the park, so that sucked. Put my expert systems for ships in my resume. There you go. I wormhole jump and Jedi hack relic sites. You know, I'm actually all these years, and I'm finally training all the astrometric skills, or I should say scanning skills, right now on this character, or on this account, I should say, so that way I can do that as well. I want to dabble in some scanning and exploration just to see what it's like. I've never really done it. I have scanned on my main account. I mean, I've found a couple of wormholes and stuff, but with this, yeah. So I'm training the skills as we speak, so that way I could give it a try. We shall see. I can't smell. I'd go clean out enclosures and feed if I could. You can't smell? Really? Like legitimately? Or you just can't, like, or just that stuff doesn't bother you? Don't know how long I have in Ka. Never been able to. I was born without it. Really? No sense of smell. Holy cow. That's interesting. Wow. Want to know how long I have in Call of Duty on playtime? How many? 1,036 hours. That's it? Come on, man. That's rookie numbers. That's a lot of hours. I want to go back to this not smelling. So can you taste? Like food. Like, you know, if like the best food on earth was put in front of you, can you taste it? Because I know your sense of smell and the olfactory glands, you know, has a lot to do with that. You can get 500 million in a few hours if it goes right. Yeah, interesting. I can barely smell as well. I got kicked in the face by a horse as a kid, messed up my nose. Holy shnikes. Man, what is it with us getting kicked by animals? The first time I dislocated my knee was by a baby pig when I was a kid. What is it with getting kicked? It's not fair. What? 1,036 hours. Hang on. Actually, because like I said, I'm bad at math. 1036 divided by 24. So 43.16 days. Okay. 43 days in Call of Duty. That's a lot. Yeah, I can taste, hear, see, and feel normal, but when I smell, it's all air. There is no flavor. Interesting. Well, I mean, a lot of people don't know this, and it's actually surprising that they don't. That, our olfactory senses that, is used for smell, it's actually because of particles. So, like, not to get gross, but like when somebody rips one, and you're just like, oh my god, dude, that stinks. It's actually particles of poo and stuff like that that all got in your nose. It's not just a raw, like, sensory of, the air. No, it's something, literally, something is in the air. A lot of people don't realize that. What is my player name? That is my player name. That's my main. That is my main. That be me. That be me. Mom gets me to empty out the leftovers that go bad and clean out the... Yeah, nothing bothers you. Yeah, no kidding. I guess that would be a benefit. I'm curious, though, like, when people lose a sense, like, blind people, or people that lose their sight, they have heightened the other senses. I wonder if that's similar to you or not, because I don't know. That's interesting, though. I have never in my life met somebody that can't smell. I mean, there's people that have accidents and can't, but that's not what I mean. That is interesting. You are the first. Very unique. Very unique. Sometimes I'll go inhales through nose. I'll go inhales through nose air. Yeah. That's cool, though. Man, think about it, dude. Like, diapers. Like, you could work at a landfill and, like, never be bothered. Wow. Or right now it's, the hot season, and some people go out smelling like afternoon air in the mornings. That's not going to bother you. It's beautiful. I guess there are a few upsides to it. Huh. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I love it. That is cool. That is cool. I've never heard of that in my life. Now, is there anything they can do about it, or you're just, that's a Parlo. That's just you. Honestly, I don't know if I'd want to change it, because then all of a sudden, like, you get your full sense, and you're like, wow, you stink, you stink, you stink. Like, nah. Maybe just stick with it. Dude, that'd be perfect. Like, right now, it's 4-H fair season for most states. Like, you go to the 4-H fairs, like, oh, yeah, man. Because some of those people on the rides and stuff, like, yep. Don't forget, folks, it is deodorant season. It's always deodorant season, but that's not my point. That's not my point. People say, ew, something stinks. No, go. You smelt it, you dealt it. Just feels normal. Yep, there you go. Stick with it. Who cares? That's cool. That's interesting. That is the interesting fact of the day when you learn something. Never in my life. Cool. Cool. I love it. Yep. Sweet. Anyway, 1,036 hours. It's quite a bit, man. That's quite a bit. How much do you have in Halo? Probably a lot as well. I know on Steam you can see how long you've played a game. I wish that I could find out how many hours I spent in Eve over the years, but I've always used Eve launcher, never like Steam or anything like that. Like, you know how lemon tastes sour? I can feel that in my nose sometimes, like if people are cleaning. Interesting. Now, kid, okay. Does sour stuff or anything like that, like, does it affect you? Like onions. Oh, an onion. Like, can you cut onions and nothing? Or, well, I imagine an onion would still be the same because it's about what's coming out of the onion in the air, not about you smelling it. Huh. I wonder if that would affect, like, spicy foods. I don't know. You love onions? Onion is about as spicy as I can go. No, I can do some, like, regular peppers, like bell peppers. But I'm not, not spicy. Nope. Nah, homie. Nope. I don't like spicy. It makes my stomach hurt. Yeah, that's fair. Like, Mystic, when she got her gallbladder out a couple of weeks ago, that was, like, one of her biggest things. Like, when can I eat spicy food again? I'm like, I don't know. It's between you and, you know, your stomach. Yeah, that's right. It's between you and your stomach. What was that doing? I was trying to find something. Yeah, there we go. Kablam. What's going on? Yeah, spicy food is... I can't do it. I don't like spicy because, one, it burns too much, and two, personally, I think that spicy takes away from the food. Like, I want to eat the food. I don't want to suffer with the spice. With the spiciness. Like, I'm now 622 hours in Infinite. Wow. That's good. It's a lot, man. Call of Duty. Wait, are we talking like the Call of Duty launcher? Like, you know, where it launches like Warzone and everything like that? Is that what you mean? I would assume yes. Yeah. So you have even more than that. Because then before it became a launcher. Oh yeah. Definitely. Too bad he can't loop it all together like a title type. Like Call of Duty. And then it's like every title that you've ever played. That would be nice. That would be better. Fortnite, 1,330 hours. Wow. Yeah, you've played a little bit of Fortnite. Man, oh man. Old fork knife. I miss, like, some of the... I mean, I don't miss playing Fortnite. I miss the nostalgia of, like, when we were all playing Fortnite. Especially on the older map. Like the helicopter. Yeah. That was always awesome. I just miss playing with DJ because, like, when he'd get killed, or, you know, in a game, like, sometimes when his rage would come out. Especially in Halo. Especially in Halo. He would get a little upset sometimes. Okay, yes. Oh, no, that's correct. Blender 800 hours. Woo! Nice. Nice. How long have you been playing Eve? There, Frosty? Yes, I remember winning that one game with Mystic with us in the hill and me. Yeah, a lot of good memories. A lot of good games. Yeah, it was fun. We did. We had a lot of fun. Sim Squad. Which is... GTA 5, 274 hours. I beat the campaigns. campaign, and then I kind of stopped playing. I didn't really. Grand Theft Auto was cool, I guess, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. You know, it's all right. I just couldn't stick to it. I played it. Mm. 50 million skill points in my main. Nice, 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 nice. What is, oh, Siege. Yeah, Siege. Siege wasn't bad. I played it for a little bit. I can see why people got hooked on it. I didn't play enough to get good or anything. GTA, BM3 friends going to do Doomsday over and over and over. Just goof. I liked buying the planes, like, because you know you can do the stock market manipulation in the campaign. Doing that and then buying like the really awesome planes and flying them around. The campaign itself was okay. It was a beautiful game. I mean, it looked good, but I played it on an Xbox, so I didn't have it in the full power of like a PC. I know GTA 6, that's going to be interesting. I don't really plan on playing it. One, I'm not going to spend $80 for a game. And two, like, it's just, I don't know. It kind of lost its appeal. I mean, if the Elder Scrolls, you know, ever comes out, you know, the new one, I mean, I would be interested in that. I mean, Starfield was basically Skyrim in space, because, you know, you could collect like all the plates and stuff like that, or all the potatoes and, like, yeah, I mean, it was basically Skyrim. So I don't know. Halo 5 a day in 14 minutes. Yeah, sounds like somebody didn't really like Halo 5. That's kind of what it sounds like. Alright, that's that one. Kinda looks like that one. I would say the most time I have in games, definitely number one is EVE Online, across all 7 accounts, dating back to 2006. Yeah. And then I would say The Division, and The Division 2, and then the Halo games. That would be the most. I rarely play campaign. I did have space for a COD update, so I deleted 5. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Call of Duty is a ludicrously huge game. But it's also multiple games at once. Like what they say for GTA 6, it's supposed to be like 600 gigabytes or something like that. That's nuts. Like, no thanks. I'd rather not. 600 gigabytes for a stupid game. That's crazy to me. That is crazy. Oh, come on, man. Hurry up. You can do it. There we go. Alright. Sometimes their tracking is, like, terrible. Sometimes. Alright. We'll put you in there. No. Yes. Alright. Modern Warfare 4, just to see the argument between Ghost and Price. Yeah. I kind of lost track of the Call of Duties. Call of Duty was doing some kind of tournament recently. Goodness gracious. Come on. Kablam. There we go. I don't know. But it could be fun. I love it. Docking request accepted. Woo! It is going to be a hot one today. So it's been over an hour now. Let's see what the temperature has jumped to. So it went from 84 to 87, and it's only 11:16 in the morning. Yep. Yep. 12 to 1 first flying over us. Nice. Nice. Yeah, we are in July now. New month, new opportunities, baby. No. I like the Morse code. There we go. Let's, goodness gracious. Yay. Alright, we'll take all that. We'll take all these. The Air Force. 88 for me and getting up to 94 later. Yeah, it's going to be 95 here with a heat index of 105, so that's going to suck. But today is a day I don't really have to go outside. Gonna see if I can sneak out back to watch. Ant might be sleeping, but back door says, the stuff that nightmares. Oh man. Come on. There we go. I hate it when I mess that up. There we go. You called off work? Yeah. Yeah, today is one of those days, just like, don't go outside. Don't go outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is hot. It is a hot one. It's not going to get any better anytime soon. Still got a few days of it, and then we're going to get into some thunderstorms as we get closer to the 4th of July. So, we'll see. I gotta do one small load of laundry today. Well, does that... unless you're hanging it outside, at least that doesn't require you to, go out there. Although, hanging laundry out to dry is always awesome. And with this weather, it won't take very long at all. Not very long at all. Anybody got any big plans coming up? I know that the big 250th birthday is this weekend. I know I have all my fingers. I'd like to keep it that way. Want to keep it that way. Nope. But I'll do... But it takes 3.5 hours to do it because it's 2 in 1. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never really been a fan of those because if one breaks, the other breaks. That's why I prefer to have 2 separate units. It just makes more sense to me. 2 separate units. Like recently, like a couple of months ago, our washer took a crap. The hose in the back, the drain hose, like somehow rubbed a hole, was leaking. And then a couple of weeks later, the dryer belt snapped. Okay, I fixed the dryer belt. That's easy. And then all of a sudden, after the dryer belt snapped, the heating element in the dryer took a crap. And I was like, ha, this sucks. But that thing was old. As long as they, survive their estimated lifeline, I'm okay with that. Like, this thing was like 8 years old. They both are. We bought them at the same time. So, yeah. But whatever, man. Yeah, that's why I'm only able to do it when Aunt is up, so she can... Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, well, I did say the temperature. I have to go into the sunroom real quick. And one, I got to stand up because my legs won't agree with me later. But I got to go check on some kittens because they are still learning how to regulate their body temperature. So make sure that they're okay in this heat. And, but walk around, get a drink, something like that. I don't know. Go do something, get a snack, and then I'll be right back here in a couple of minutes, okay? Have fun. How about we stare... What do we want to stare at? What do we want to stare at? I like this one. Let's take a look at a maelstrom. How about that, okay? Let's take a look at a maelstrom. Pet kittens for you. There you go. There we go. We'll stare at a maelstrom while I'm doing that. All right, be right back. It is hot. It is hot. It is warm out there. Like I almost started sweating just looking around. Goodness gracious. All right, I think I'm gonna sit on the edge of the chair for a little bit. My back is sweaty. I am sweating already, and I'm not even doing anything. Kittens are good. So 3 of them live in the sunroom because they were orphaned. So we kind of had to nurse them to health, literally. And yeah, but they're much better. They're a couple of months old now. They're starting to really learn how to cat. Yay! There's my little pod. It's just a little guy. Yeah, I petted the kittens for you, Parlo. I did. They're doing well. They're just warm. So our sunroom is fully enclosed, with screen and stuff like that. So they're nice and healthy. And the one door we have an opening so that way the other cats can come inside, and because that's where like the food and water and stuff is, because well, the missus, we'll just call it the Mystic Dark Angel Cat Sanctuary, because if there's a cat, she's going to adopt it. So we have a bunch of cats out here, but we live out in the woods, so it's okay. But here's the benefit: there's no mice, moles, voles, like nothing like that. Like, nope, they are good. The Mystic Kittens. Yeah. So one of them is called Sour Patch, and she's the one that had a litter of 5. And so we called the kittens the Sour Patch Kids. Get it? Get it? Get it? And, oops. Wrong button. Wrong button. But, yeah, the Sour Patch Kids. That is what we called them. But yeah, so she had 5. She abandoned one, potentially because he either bit or something. I don't know why. We found him in the woods randomly, and so we caught him. Well, I should say Tiny caught him, and then we brought him into the sunroom. We fed him because he was only a few weeks old. He had no idea what was going on, so we humanized him, and now he lives in the sunroom until they're old enough. And the other 2 were, so our neighbor's parents, they wanted to relocate all the cats that lived at their house. What they didn't realize that one of them was a mom. So a couple of days after well, it wasn't a few days after they relocated all the cats, they found heard tiny little meows underneath their house. So these 2 kittens were severely dehydrated because the estimation is they didn't eat anywhere between 7 and 9 days. So they were really frail. So we got emergency tiny little bottles and kitten supplement milk and stuff like that. And we nursed them back to health. Now they're flourishing. They're huge. They're growing nicely. Nothing is wrong with them neurologically from being malnourished. They're good. They're good to go. So that's a good thing. So those 3 live in the sunroom until they're old enough. The other 4 that the mom cat had out here, they come in and out. They play with them all. So the integration between them and the older cats is going to go well, I think. They've accepted them pretty much. So it should go just fine. But the female of the 3 little ones, she's a rebel. She is learning how to get in and out of the sunroom. Yesterday I caught her on the other side of the little door block that we have set up. And she was just laying there. She was panting because she had no idea what she was doing. She was scared. But yeah. Cats. 3. But yeah, fun times like that, man. So that's what I do with my retirement now from the Army. I feed cats. But yeah, she got him a bunch of cat toys that somehow end up in the lawn, and then I run them over with a mower. But oh my goodness, yeah, they're funny because like when there's at a minimum of 4 of them at all times in the sunroom, because there's a little one from the mom cat. She likes to just hang out in there because guaranteed food and water, right? Because mom cat's starting to wean them off. But when there's like 5 or 6 of them in the sunroom at night when the sun starts to drop and it cools off. All you hear as they're running around, just being crazy. It's hilarious. And then they love Tiny. They'll go out there, they'll crawl all over. They run up to her because it's like, hey, that's a kid too. Come on, play, and that's all they do. They just play. It's fun. Aunt outside adopted a clan of cats here. There's a mama cat. She had kittens and a kitten and mom cat. Yeah, so we were kind of scared for the mom cat because this is technically her third litter. The first two, we think that she was still too young and immature because she abandoned both litters, that we can guess, because we physically seen them and then never saw them again. So I think that she was just too immature yet to want kittens and take care of them. But this litter, she has done a great job, and she runs a tight ship. She meows once and they start running to her. Like, yeah, she's good. She's much better. But now we have now we have 3 female cats outside. So that means that once the other 2 are old enough, like, the cat population is probably going to explode. I'm gonna need to come out of retirement and get a job, and probably, just to buy cat food. But even though they get hard food and stuff like that, because, Mystic and her bleeding heart, they still hunt. Like the other day, I found a snake in the sunroom as a present. The mom cat, she's a really good hunter. Normally the females are really good hunters, and the males are protection, kind of like a lion pride. But yeah. So we'll find random presents. I thought I was going to go to jail a couple of years ago because the cardinal, it's a red bird. It's the state bird for Indiana. And I found red feathers all inside the sunroom. And I'm like, dude, you guys murdered a state protected bird. So I called the DNR and I was like, hey, they killed a cardinal. I didn't. And they're like, okay, we don't care. As long as you're not the one that did it, it's fine. Just clean up the feathers. I'm like, sweet, because I'm not going to go to jail because of a cat. So that was interesting. But yeah, other than that, yeah, man, it's just cats everywhere. They keep the property nice and clean. No mice or anything like that. So if you didn't know it, mice, their front teeth, their front teeth always grow, okay? That's why they like to chew on things like wiring and stuff like that, because it files their teeth down. So, like, the first year we were out here, we had a bunch of mice, and my mower was destroyed because they chewed up the wiring on my mower and my four-wheeler, because it sat out in a shed that was part of the property we bought, and the doors don't shut all the way because the people that owned it before us put a makeshift ramp. Well, the doors didn't shut, so mice and stuff would get in there, and they chewed up my wiring. So I bought a bunch of stuff from Rural King to control the population. Yeah. Fun times. The Bean Mite. Hello there. My brother has teeth like that too. He chewed up my motorcycle. Fuel line's bad. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I didn't know that their teeth continuously grow like that. I had to look it up. And I'm like, dude, how can I stop them? So, if you have a mouse problem, like around vehicles and they chew up wiring and stuff, if you put down some black pepper, because their sense of smell is really sensitive, so black pepper, like, bothers them. So if you put a little pepper around things, that'll drive them away, things like that. If you're not trying to kill them. If you're just trying to keep them away. Now, if you're trying to kill them, of course, there are, products for that as well. Tractor Supply Co., Rural King, things like that can assist you in that process. I did the whole pepper around, like, the mower and the four-wheeler and stuff like that out in that shed, because the garage, it seals, obviously, so we don't have any problems in there. But yeah, like, I was parking the mower last night, and I seen one of the darn mice in that shed, and I was like, really? Come on, man. Come on. The first year, they chewed up my air filter in my mower, and when I took the air filter out so I could replace it, there was a whole bunch of basically a mouse made a house in there and then had a bunch of babies. So I'm like, dude, I feel bad. Man, it's a bunch of babies. But no, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So yeah, we live in the woods, and I love it because on Google Maps Live View, you cannot see my house. You cannot see our house because it is that deep in the woods. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. I am like Cinderella. I just sit out there, drink my coffee, sing to birds. None of that is true except for drinking the coffee. Yeah. I can't do city living anymore. I grew up on a farm, and then I joined the army, and then had the city life for 20 years. Yeah, no. I'm okay. I'm okay. The only downfall of city life is you can't get fiber optic internet out here. You can. If anybody wants to write me a check for like 20 grand, I can get a fiber line dropped. If you're feeling, you know, awesome like that. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Ludicrously expensive. Yeah, somebody suggested just get Starlink. Yeah, Starlink is cool. It's pretty reliable as well. However, comma, the ping. I know it's a lot better these days, but I'm old, okay? I like hard-lined stuff. And you're always going to have the ping to the bird and back. You know, that big bird that's in the sky in orbit. Yeah, I don't like that. And I don't care. It's still not going to be as good. Thank you, CJ Plus. Hello, 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 hello. The Stooges. Anybody know the Stooges? Like, hello, 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 hello. I should get that added, actually. As like when somebody like says something the first time. Hey, so Mystic and I, we're not new to streaming, okay? We're not new to this. We used to do it all the time. Mystic was semi-pro in Halo and Call of Duty. Me, just Halo. We've been streaming for years. If anybody has suggestions on what would make this more interesting, please tell me. I have thick skin. I'm not going to do Tangia, okay? I'm not going to do Tangia. I can already tell you that now. I'm 40 years old. Tangia is very childish to me. But other things, like, yeah, if you have suggestions. I am going to change my gameplay here soon. I'm not just going to rat, all right? The reason I rat is so that way I can pay less attention to that and more attention to reading and talking. But I am working on this stuff so that way I can kind of branch out and do some exploration as well. Something a little bit, you know, more than just spinning an Ishtar. Because Ishtar spinning is obviously dumb. If you Ishtar spin, you can do much better. I promise you. Unless you're brand new, then it's decent. But I've been playing this game since 2006, and I'm Ishtar spinning. That is the wrong answer, okay? And PI. That's what I do for income. PI I do for passive. Ratting I do for active income. But if anybody has any suggestions, I am all for it. I do not mind. And I know that we all have 1,000 Discords, but right there is a link to our Discord where we talk about everything from EVE Online to sharing cat pictures and stuff like that. So, all that fun stuff. I know we all have Discord servers, but just in case. Just in case. What if y'all played Minecraft? So Tiny likes Minecraft. She likes it a lot, actually. She has it on her Switch. She has it on the VR. She has it on her Xbox. My God, dude, she loves Minecraft. As far as other games, I don't know. I will be playing the Vanguard playtest starting on the 7th. That's a Steam alpha playtest, and it's also on the EVE launcher as a playtest. I will play that. Hopefully they added some more controller support. I tried keyboard and mouse, dude. I can't do it. Like, I know, just practice, you'll get better. I suck. Remembering, like, all the buttons and stuff? Nah. They have very minor controller support for the last playtest they did, but you had to map everything yourself, and that really sucked. That really sucked. To me, I like it, but it's too slow for me. I want COD speed. Yeah, that's fair. Well, then, go watch a different streamer. How about that? I'm just joking. No, don't leave. Yeah, I as far as other games, like they always say, like play what you're good at. Well, I'm not even saying I'm good at this, but I have played this game so much and so long that I don't know if playing another game could even be a thing for me. The Division 3 I enjoyed. I still enjoy. Diablo 4, I liked it until the recent season. I thought it was kind of weird. Uh, and it became very grindy. I don't like that. Like Destiny 2 looter shooter. Like, nah. Nah. Not Eve. No, Minecraft is too slow. Minecraft is slow. There's some creative suckers. Like, there's kids out there that I hope that when they're older, they become engineers and architects. Like, some of those things that they can design and build, like, you know, the entire Hogwarts castle and, like, some of the stuff they build is just amazing to me. Like, even some of the stuff that Tiny has built. Like, she's made her little village in the game and cats running around everywhere and stuff. Like, yeah, it's as long as it's not like the movie. I was not a fan of the Minecraft movie. Jack Black is okay, but I don't know. We're all old now, okay? So Jack Black to me isn't as funny as he used to be. That's my opinion. If you joined my world one day, I'd show you my Halo world. Yeah, see, now that's what you should do. Can you, I don't know if you can build off the ground in Minecraft, but like make the Halo, you know, kind of like, you know, like some of the rooms and stuff from Halo. That would be sweet. That would be really cool to see, actually. Should 5, 7, what am I doing? Oh no, we're alright. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Boop, boop. Oops. There we go. Yeah, there's a texture pack. That's Halo themed, where it's all Halos. What? That's actually pretty cool. Could you imagine, like, okay, let's make the Pillar of Autumn or the Infinity, or, you know, something like that. That'd be sick. I'd be interested in that. I would be. I'll talk Tiny into that. How about that? See if she can do that. Hey, build me a Halo game. Too bad you can't build, like, what are they called? Those zombie things that come out at night? Instead, make it the Flood. That'd be sick. Come on, man. Oi. I hate it. Sometimes these things do not track, like, whatsoever. Come on. It's not that hard. Just constantly. Drones, drones, drones. Okay, how about this? We change the trajectory. And now we go back. Okay. Sometimes. Check Discord and if you all send you pics. Okay. There we go. See, sometimes the tracking, like, just goes, like, out the window. Whatever. It's a hot one, though. Man, Mystic is out there working today, and I'm just like, dude, like, be careful. You need to be careful, because it's gonna be too hot. To the point where staying hydrated is a difficulty. Gotta be careful. You have to. That's why just be a nerd like me, and you don't have to leave, okay? Okay. Save time. Yep, no, we're okay. Trash. Oh, hey. Speaking of Google Maps, SPS. No. I was looking for something. Where did January 30th? No. Gotta have fun with it. Anyway, so as far as EVE Online, how's everybody doing? Anybody having some fun with it? Anybody doing anything crazy? Anybody like me wish that the stagnation could end and let's just have like a full-on nullsec, like let's get at it? I really was hoping that this Imperium versus Winterco thing would actually turn into a thing, but a 5-week little campaign with a couple of keep stars, that wasn't worth it to me. And let's not talk about Geminate, okay? I feel bad for Test, but let's not talk about Geminate. That was much easier than it should have been. Looking for a shattered wormhole. See, wormhole mechanics, I have been in wormholes, okay? I'm not going to say I haven't. I am not knowledgeable enough, though, to understand them. Like, obviously you scan a wormhole, but like all the wormhole connections, Thera, Drifter, like I don't know the difference between a Thera wormhole and a Drifter wormhole. I guess there's like a public pack somewhere that shows that that has like all current locations and stuff, but like some of it just doesn't make sense to me because I don't get it. Factorio, I normally play mostly mine. Hey, mining is where it's at, man. That's where you're printing money. That is where you're printing money. Like, especially in some areas, like especially nullsec, like if you're under a decent umbrella, like holy shnikes, like you can mine and build an empire. Literally. Mining is definitely a thing. I remember the Rorqual proliferation, where, you know, every day many excavators cried out and screaming and then were suddenly silenced. Yep. The good old days, man. I caught that when I was doing it. I had 5 Rorquals going, and then I went on a hiatus for a while, and then I came back and scarcity was all of a sudden a thing and Rorquals were nerfed into the ground. So, and then I haven't mined ever since. Yeah. Shattered is class 13. Normally they only go up to class 6. Oh, you're a goon. Wait. CJ. Ha. I think I know your name. If it's based on the first 2 letters, then I know your name. CJ and then an A. Is that it? Let's see. That's pretty cool, Aparlo. That is pretty cool. Not me? Okay. Alright, then never mind. Never mind. I was thinking of another goon. That it starts with a CJ. Anyway. Cool, you're a goon. I'm glad. Another goon. We are everywhere. We are everywhere. Which corporation are you in? If you want to say it, you don't have to. But remember, people, here we are all friendly. We are all friendly. We'll keep the animosity in the game and on Reddit. ADFU, Asteroid Farm Unlimited, yeah. Are you a Sosig? I think that's what it's called, Sosig. ADFU. Yep. ADFU. Oh, I'll find one of the Halo ships and install it in the control room is on here. What? That's cool. That's awesome, actually. Another Goonie. ADFU. Yeah. The corporation is always busy. You guys are always doing something. Heck yeah. Oh, yeah. ADFU. Man, see, now you got me curious. I think I said it wrong. corporation. Yeah, it is Asteroid Farm Unlimited. I'm an idiot. I couldn't think of it correctly. Yeah. 1,600 members. That's awesome. Growth! It's good. It's good. I love it. Mining, though, man. I know that, like, Ishtar spinning is not anything to be proud of, okay? But mining. The viability on mining, though, is a lot better. I will say that, because at any point in time, somebody can come into my into the system I'm in, rob the ESS, and I'm out ISK. Mining, you're not going to get robbed from like one stabber or something like that. No. So mining is, you know, obviously a better option. Clearly. Clearly. But it is what it is. Yeah, being a goon is fun. We get a lot of hate. Some of it rightfully so, some of it not. I will say that being a goon now versus a goon 10 years ago is night and day difference. The culture has shifted massively. Even in the time, so I went on hiatus January 1st of 2019 to like the middle of, or like the summer of 2024. And just coming back to Goons in that time span, I was like, wow, who are these people and what have they done with like the trolls? There's still some that try to linger and they get smacked really hard for it. But for the most part, Goons are, the culture has shifted in a positive way. It has. I know there's a lot of hate. You know, too much Sav, nullsec block bad, things like that. Yeah, there's a lot of endless conversation about that, and like even on the EVE Online Discord, you know, in the nullsec channel, nerf Anziblex, nerf Goons, nerf Imperium. Like, I get it. I get it that you're upset. But, yeah, it's, you know, it's the game mechanics that were given to us. We optimized them. We made it the best capability. I've been playing a little over a year now. Awesome. Good, good. I like it. Good for you. See, that's the thing. We need more people in EVE Online, okay? Exordium, I think, was an excellent thing that they added, you know, relative safety. I know the gankers were like, oh my god, you're taking away ganking. Yeah, dude. Player retention. From a business standpoint, you need to keep your players. And, oh, I've been playing for 3 days. I got ganked. I'm uninstalling. Exordium was a good option. I think that there should be... That was smart on Fenris's part. It was definitely smart. But yeah, we need more bodies in EVE. More actual people, not more alts. I know that Fenris basically makes money off of alts online, but we need more people. Like, when you have old people from 2006 and stuff like that, like me, like, yeah, that's not cool. I mean, it's fun that they still enjoy the game, but more people, more brains, more future fleet commanders and leaders, and hopefully more, you know, alliances and blocks and stuff like that. Like, hey, if you don't like how the Imperium is running, or, you know, you think we own too much space, do something about it. That's what I would suggest. Build up, you know, and, you know, try to do something about it, or Diplo your way into it. You know, there's a lot of options, but more people in the game. Like, let's take a look. Like, it looks like right now 26,862 players online. Of course, knock about easily a third, and, you know, the rest are alts. I would say probably easily a third, maybe. I don't know. Like, what was it? CCP, when it was CCP, they released a thing, like it was a 2-to-1 or 2 point something accounts per person. I think that's what it was. But yeah, Calls people gooners. Oh, yeah, yeah, the whole... I mean, I'm not going to go this route, but the whole gooning thing and whatever, like, yeah, that kind of, was weird. Yeah, that was weird. Um, so that kind of made it an interesting name to be in Goon Swarm Federation. But I enjoy being a goon. I consider myself one of the nice goons. I don't try to be a jerk. Sometimes I'll mess with people on Reddit, but who doesn't? It's Reddit. Reddit's full of trolls. Um, but other than that, I try to be helpful when I can. That's why I like that new, what do they call it, Mentor Swarm or something like that. Hi. Hi. Damage dealers. Damage dealers. Do 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 do. Yep. Gooners. Oh man. Yeah, the whole gooning thing, I was like, really? That's what that means? That's disgusting. That's nasty. Sickos. Mm-mm-mm. Oof. Yep, yep, yep. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, other than that though, man, yeah, it's still a fun game. There's a lot to do. I call them goofy goobers. Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's probably a more politically correct way of saying it. Definitely, man. Definitely. I love it. Mm-mm-mm. So Friday, I'm gonna set up 6 more planets. Whoa! Thank you, Aparlo. Thank you, 2 biddies. Woo! Aparlo has been around forever. 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 She's cool. And a future educator of our children. Literally, yes. Yes. Oh, come on. Hurry up. Wait. Oh, yeah. There we go. Literally. I love it. Literal. There we do it. Alright. Whoa. Alright, let me get my voice right. Yeet! There you go. I had to get my voice right before I do it. Otherwise, it's gonna hurt. Yeet. Yeet, 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 yeet. Come on, baby. Yeah, I'm getting to the point now. Like, you guys used to mess with me. Like, I'm glad that DJ doesn't do it anymore. Because he used to do it to where, like, he'd do like 5 or 6 in a row, and I'd be like, all right, I'm not gonna be able to talk for a week. Like, come on, man, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you guys used to mess with me a lot on that one. I haven't seen DJ or Dylan in a hot minute. Dylan I have not seen in like forever and a day. DJ I seen him, like, well, not seen him, but I talked to him a few weeks ago. So, I mean, I'm not going to put all of his business out there, but he moved. Him and the family moved, so they've been doing a lot of situating and getting used to the new lifestyle and location. So he's been pretty busy with that. But as far as I know, he's doing well. As far as I know, we'll go with you. No. Wait a minute. Hang on, I gotta mute. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, there we go. I don't think this is going to go right. No, actually, it might. It might. It was Tiny wanting to go outside and play on her scooter. I'm like, yeah, you can go outside. Just be really, really, really careful. Yeah, I will. Sorry, I didn't read it. If she wants, I'll show her my Minecraft world whenever. Okay, yeah, I'll let her know. I will let her know. Yeah, she'd be. She would be. She would enjoy that. Good God. I can't speak. Can't speak. Okay. Come on. Bam. Bam. Words are hard. You're right. I used to speak for a living. That's the worst part. I was paid to speak, and yeah. I don't know how to English today. Like what? There was another quote. Somebody was like, like it was a person that speaks a foreign language. Well, a foreigner speaking to somebody who speaks American, or that is an American. And I was like, hey, your accent and your usage of words. Like, yeah. And then they fired back with like, well, how did it go? Like, I speak English because it's the only language you know. You speak English because it's the only language you know. I was like, dang, that hurts. That hurts. Oops, I didn't. There we go. Yeah. I am not. I know good English, bad English, and I know a lot of, bad words in German and Dutch. That's really about as far as my language abilities. Not that many. Yeah, I don't remember how that quote went, but yeah. Big up to Canada. Okay. And I fire back that you speak English because your country can't accomplish anything with yours. Hater. I don't know. I don't know. We all have our thoughts. I try. So my wife Mystic, she's from the Netherlands, right? So Dutch. I gave it a really good effort. Trying. I can understand what she says, but speaking it, I can't get the tongue roll correct, and I always feel stupid. So I don't speak it. I can understand what she says for the most part, and go from there. But yeah, I spent 9 years in Germany, stationed over there. So I did. I mean, I didn't really speak it too much, but I picked up like a lot of what it means. So yeah. But as far as that, I'm not. I don't want to say the typical American. Where they don't know any other language, but I'm not fluent in anything. I'm not. I'm not fluent. Yeah, yeah. But she's good. She's multilingual, obviously. She speaks a lot of different languages, actually, and she's much better than I am. Uh, like, it's actually impressive. They say that people that can speak another language fluently, they have a different personality associated with that language. Um, I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, I've read that. I've read that. Okay. Ooh, hey, be careful. Be careful. Be yourself. Woohoo. What a day, what a day, what a day. It is hot, man. So, I don't keep the AC going like crazy. I set it to 75 during the day in the house, and then AC kicks on, and then 72 at night. If I have it anything colder than 72, I will have two angry females in the house yelling at me. So, yeah. It is crazy that I would never say to a Chinese person who only speaks Chinese in China. Yeah, yeah, maybe. To me, all I'm saying about the politics stuff with us fighting whatever other country, I don't remember. Don't get mad when they fight back. It's called defense. Yeah, agreed. I'm not going to get political, and I highly recommend none of us do because we're here talking about video games and fun stuff. Um, yeah, so a lot of people thought that I would get bored after retiring from the military because now I'm a retired disabled veteran, and yes, I do sit at home. I do a bunch of stuff at home. I'm not just lazy, but I put it this way to somebody to give them a perspective. I spent 20 years and 3 days discussing war and working towards that end goal. Now I sit in my woods and I have peace. Okay? I am at peace. So that's the way I'll put it. Put it. Okay? So no, I am not bored. I am extremely peaceful. I don't have to think about terrible things anymore and stuff like that. That's the part that I enjoy. It is more than hot. It is radiating. Yes, yes. To me, military people are cool, but they look scary. They look mad all the time. So I'm not mad all the time. I have a thing. What's that phrase? Oh yeah, resting bitch face. All right, that's my cuss word for the day. Yeah, I'm not mad. I actually tell people like, hey, I can be really funny, and we can get along great. I just look like a jerk, okay? But I'm not. It's just my face. That's what God gave me, okay? Blame him, not me. Yeah. RBF, baby. That's why when I did the radio in Europe for the morning show and stuff, like I was like, hey, you can't see me. Thank God. You gotta have fun. Military people run on nicotine, caffeine, and hate, all right? Because it's a complete lack of sleep. And then they wonder why most of us end up having, like, a high percent of us have, like, sleep apnea. Yeah. Anyway. But, whatever. I'm glad it's over. It was an outstanding 20 years, and I got to do a lot of amazing things that most people can't even fathom. I met my wife because of the military. So yeah, I play this game because of the military, because my roommate talked me into it as a private, as a kid in Germany. I've had a lot of good experiences, but I'm really glad it's over because now you miss a lot of things, especially as active duty. Anniversaries, birthdays, first steps, first words. Your friends are buying homes and, setting themselves up for life while you're, in a desert thinking, what, can't wait to just go home. So there's a lot of differences in the mentalities and the mindsets. So you'll never get the time you lost back, but you can at least make the future better memories. So that's what I do now with Tiny. I try to, show her a period of life now where I don't have to leave. I don't like, hey, sorry, I gotta go this month. My bad, I'll see you next month, or a couple of weeks here, a couple of weeks there. It adds up quickly. Yeah, it's all about the mindset. Like, I know people like, oh man, I want to join the military. Like, hold up, let's have a conversation. I'm not gonna, say you should or shouldn't, but here's my experience. I'm not a recruiter. I'm not gonna, fib things. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I thought and felt, and then, help you make a better educated guess. I love those people that are like, oh, I would have joined the military, but I would have punched a drill sergeant in the face. Like, no, dude, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Nah. Even as a senior enlisted, senior non-commissioned officer, I would see that circle hat of a drill sergeant like, ugh, that's a bad memory. Like, no. Gosh dang it. Alright, I'm back. Again. I'm kidding. I don't know where I was at. I don't know what I was saying. I only want to do it to help, but I don't like the yelling. The yelling doesn't last forever. It's a See, even the mindset of that stuff in the military is a little different. Some people do not operate at yelling. Uh, some people shut down. Like I had soldiers, okay? So it doesn't matter if we all wear the uniform. We're not robots. We're still people. We still put all our boots on, the same way. We're all still people at the end of the day. So I would have two soldiers, completely contrasted personalities. Um, One could respond, if you yell at them, they lock in, they focus, they're gonna do it, they're gonna get it right. And then the other one, you yell, they shut down, they shelter, they just close off, like they're a brick wall now. We're still people. I always tried to be human with my soldiers. Like, hey, you're an adult. I'm going to treat you like an adult. And you're going to treat me like an adult until one of us proves we can't be an adult. So I always tried. I never crossed the line as far as personal and professional relationships. I never crossed the line. Fraternization, things like that, never. Like, I would do, like, okay, we're going to have a squad or a shop get together at my house because, we're going to grill and stuff like that. While you're on my property, you call me by my first name. And then Monday morning, we're back at work. Roger Sargent. It's back to the normal grind of things. Like, there would be a time and a place. And that's how I tried to operate. If I were to do it, I feel like my nickname would be Zoo, because I can do all the animal noises. Hey, yeah, absolutely. Everybody gets a nickname. Well, most people. Depends on your job. Some MOSs are a little different in how they do things, but yeah, for the most part. Mine was Trigger. I'm not going to be cocky, but mine was Trigger because I was very good with weapon systems. Very good. Well, I still am, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But yeah. Animal noises. That's funny. Okay. Got this going. Where are we at? Oh, shit. I'd want to be the one to sneak somewhere because I can make the noises sound like they're far away. Nice. Yeah, that would be terrifying. That really would be. Thank you! Hello there. Thank you for that. You are awesome. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. I say we. Mystic is here in spirit. She might be here tonight. I don't know. She might be. It is Wednesday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are cool. So, all of the new emotes and stuff like that, Mystic came up with. And, like, also, like, you are now the newest sparkler. Because, get it? Inferno, fire, sparkler. She wanted to tell me, because she got an electric scooter, and so I told her, like, no, you can't wear flip-flops, you can't wear open-toed shoes wearing that thing, because it's just like riding a bike. If you wipe out or something, you're just going to, rip a toe off or something. So she just wanted to tell me that she got normal shoes on, a drink and stuff, and, she's going outside to play. That's what she wanted to tell me. That's what she wanted. So, yep. It's hot out, though. I told her every hour you need to come inside for a little bit. Because, yeah. Is it a stand-up scooter like the ones in town? It's a stand-up scooter. So, she has a hoverboard, too. Like, that's technically stand-up as well, but we got the seat attachment so she can zip around. But it's one of those stand-up scooters like you see in cities. That thing it flies, too. It does like 18.6 miles an hour on sport mode. But on eco mode, it does like 9 point something, and it'll go 15.5 miles on a single battery. I did ride it because what good dad isn't gonna try out the kids' toys? That's what dads are for. I rode it, and yeah, I am not a fan of it because it's not got it's not got wow. It does not have any type of suspension. You are the suspension. So like the bouncing on my knees and stuff, like nah, dude, I'm done. But she's good. She's pretty decent with it now. She zips around with it and stuff. It's funny. It's funny. It does fly, and with those little 10-inch wheels, like a couple inches off the ground, you fly. Definitely. Definitely. All right, there's that. I knew it. See, I would have screwed that up. You can't yeah. Yeah, the balance. So some scooters, you push the button and it instantly starts to go. This one, you actually have to kind of give it a kick because you have to reach a speed threshold before it starts. So that was interesting. That was interesting. I made it on Google Maps Street View on my trike biking through town. Nice. Yeah, like the ones you see in the city, like Indianapolis, they have a bunch of those little scooters that I guess you can rent or whatever. I don't know how it works, but it is pretty cool to see people zipping around on those things. It's pretty comical. They're fast. They are fast. I didn't realize it. I would never ride one in the city because knowing my luck, I'd like hit a rock and then just wipe out or something. I would not be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Yep. My balance isn't that great. Not at all. Okay. Yeah, but it does fly, though. It does fly. Okay. Dang it, I screwed it up. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang it. There we go. Just checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Just making sure. All right. Got this one cleaned up almost. There we go. Okay. What did you say? Oh, yeah, the tricycle ones. Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, I'm not a fan of two-wheeled vehicles, really. I'm really not. I wiped out on a motorcycle years and years ago, and ever since then, I can't do it. I'm not really a two-wheeled person. I'm not scared. It's just not my preferable safety option. When there's, yeah, I don't want to become a human cheese grater. So that's why. That's why. But, yeah. Some people like it. Some people like the thrill. If I was going to have anything like that, it'd be like, I wouldn't want a Harley, because it's like buying a house. I don't like speed. I'd rather be slower than traffic. Yeah. That's why, like, I love having a pickup truck. I love it. being a little bit higher off the ground, plus, you know, sitting a little bit better for my knees and my back and my neck. My neck is like screwed up big time. C2 and 3, C4 and 5, C6 and 7 are all fused. And then I have multiple compound or healed compound fractures in my spine, right below my shoulder blade too. Yeah, yeah. Deploying isn't fun, okay? Ugh. Oh yeah, this is okay. No. Yeah. I can run stop signs. Y'all can't. Ha! If you're not street legal, I don't need to follow street rules. Yeah, that's exactly how that works, Aparlo. If it's not legal, then you don't have to follow the laws. That's it. You cracked the code. Don't recommend what Aparlo is doing. I don't. Okay? Don't be like Aparlo. This isn't the movie Mad Max, okay? It's not. That's funny. I'm going to use that the next time if I ever get pulled over by a cop. Be like, hey, if I'm not street legal, why do I have to follow your rules? That's it. I'm going to shut off my insurance and I'm taking the plates off my car. Not really. It would be funny. Yeah. I back past cops and they just start laughing. I only do it if there's nobody at a stop sign. Yeah, don't do it if there's somebody actually there. All of a sudden, there goes a Parlo. Whee! Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Yeah. Do. All right, let's see. Almost. Come on, man. Oh, yeah. I guess today is Canada Day? I didn't know that. I just read it in the Lions chat. I did not know that. Canada Day. Gotta love it. Just got into EVE Online, man. Hey, there you go. Lemon Tea Enjoyer. I love it. That's a good name. That's good. I love the uniqueness of people's names. It's very clever. You just got into EVE Online. Awesome. I am proud of you. Congratulations, you now have another job. Because this game... what do you do? What do you do in this game? I know you said you just got into it, but what's your, what are you having fun with right now? How far into it are you? Did you finish the tutorial and stuff? That's what I recommend to everybody. Always do the full tutorial. That way you can learn the most. Because this game is very deep, and if you get sucked into like a 0-0 alliance or something, sometimes you will miss a lot of opportunities. Doing some career agent missions, doing producer one. Okay. Yeah. The career agents, I was always a fan of doing level 4s. Security missions, if you ever do those kind, just be careful. Well, all missions actually do have the capability to ruin your faction standings. Like, I cannot go to a Mar or Caldari space unless I fix my standings. But anyway, yeah, missions are fun. They get kind of repetitive. Let's see here. Let me. There you go. So, I don't know if you know this. So that Eve University, the wiki, the Eve University wiki is very deep. That is a mission report. It tells you what tank to have going into the mission, what damage output you need to hurt the rats and stuff like that. It tells you like the best avenue of approach on how to do the mission. Um, there are so many resources out there and websites and things like that. But ultimately, do what you're comfortable with. Uh, have fun along the way. Don't get trapped by a 0-0 alliance and become just another. I know we like to use the term F1 monkey. Um, yeah, but this game is so awesome. It's so deep. You really can't win this game. You just can't win. Like, wow, there's an expansion or something, and then, you're done with it. No, EVE Online, you're just going to keep going forever. Forever and ever. It's awesome. But I'm glad. I'm glad. Career agents are cool. Career agents are fun. Especially if you're trying to gain a lot of loyalty points and, go make some money with that and stuff. Yep. So I live in 0-0, okay? So I'm a nullsecker. I am in Goonswarm Federation. So it's that way I do not show... Oh, wait, I don't know why I just did that. It's that... Oh, man. It is so that way I do not show off intel channels and things like that. It's that way. OPSEC... Like I said, if you get sucked up into 0-0, you'll understand a little bit more. But it's basically OPSEC stuff. Like, I can't show off intel channels and things like that. That's why. That's why. I mean, for what I'm doing, is it an absolute necessity? No. I still wouldn't show off the intel channel, but, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is why. But I'm glad that Are you enjoying it? Are you an alpha account, or are you an alpha character, or are you an omega character? Because there's a huge difference in what you can do. Alpha. Okay. Yep. Alpha. That you can still fly a lot with that. It's pretty awesome. It is awesome. So career agent. So I'm assuming you're in high sec still. You're not doing low sec missions, probably. Just a guess. Yeah. You were like the Venture ship model. Yeah, the Venture is a good ship. It's also a good Sino ship for industrial sinosaural fields. Oops, not the map. I didn't want the map. The Venture. Let's look at the Venture. The Venture. All right, so the Venture is a mining frigate. Hang on, let me start these, and then we'll talk about the Venture. So it is a mining frigate. They're very inexpensive. So like estimated 200,000. It doesn't really take too many skills either, mining frigate and spaceship command. However, if you want to fly it correctly, your tank and stuff like that. But it also depends what you're trying to do with it. The Venture. Oh wait, I already had it open. I'm just dumb. That's all. Kablam. Alright. So yeah, the Venture. Let's see. So for mining frigate bonus, 5% to yield, 5% to gas cloud scoop duration per level, so maximum 25%. Then the roll bonus, mining and gas cloud scoop, 2% warp's core strength, and 50% reduction in industrial, liquid ozone usage. So you just mine and sell the ores to process them and sell to make ISK. Well, you can. So if you mine, you can refine those asteroids. Those like Veldspar. Like that's a popular one that's in high sec. Scordite, plagioclase, things like that. What you can do is you can take that stuff, you can refine it, and turn it into a mineral. Okay. Actually, I am on the right character, so let's take a look at this. Let's do this. Let's go down the rabbit hole. All right. So, resource processing. So, resource processing. These are skills you can use at refining ore types. Okay. So you can take. Well, let's see. No, let's see all. Only available. Manufacture and research. Materials. Raw materials. So, no. Alloys, no. Standard ores. Okay, so here are your ores, right? Now, like I was saying, let's take a look at where's your Veldspar. So here's your Veldspar. This is the rock. So this is the, when you go out to an asteroid belt and you can mine it, you can refine it and turn it into something like, let's see, one Veldspar 0 grade produces 200 units of tritanium. Now those materials are used in everything. So you can refine it, you can sell it as a mineral type, or you can mine it, refine it, add it to other mineral types, build something and sell it. There are so many. Yes, there are a lot. There are a lot. So like manufacture and research, materials. So that, and then that's not the only ones. There's also moon one, or planet ones as well, like planetary materials, such as, your planetary industry. If you're doing PI, PI does require an Omega account. Okay. But yeah. So there are, so moon ores also, so moons also produce, and you can mine moons as well. So there's a lot to it. And then, like, let's take a look at blueprints. Like, what's, you know what? How about venture? Let's take a look at your venture. So here's the venture blueprint. Oi. Come on, baby. View in industry. All right, so if you have a venture blueprint, either a copy, yeah, you can mine moons as well. So a blueprint copy or original. So this is what it would take. All right. So a non-researched blueprint, it would take 22,400 tritanium, 4,200 pyrite, and 1,750 mexilon. And you would plug it into a facility that you can build in, okay? And then one run, it would take an hour, 10 minutes, 24 seconds, and then your outcome would be a venture, right? Now, you can also take this blueprint, you can research it. So material efficiency, you can lower the material usage, the material cost. So it'll be less tritanium, less pyrite, less mexilon. And also time efficiency, you can research it, and it'll take, less than an hour and 40 minutes. So you can do that as well. So that's what I mean by this game is extremely deep. Now this is a Tech 1 ship, okay? Now, like, let's say here I have, this is a Noctis. So Noctis is a Tech 1. Let's go over to this one. This is a Tech 2 ship. So a Ishtar is Tech 2. So industry. So this is what you would need. See, it's a lot more in depth, right? It's a lot more in depth. This requires planet materials and things like that. But industry is extremely deep in EVE Online. But yeah, you can definitely mine moons and everything else. Oh yeah. You can just keep going. But there's all kinds of ways. So you can take your skills. Like what I do is I go to a site, I kill all the rats, I get all the wrecks together, I salvage them with salvagers here. So these things are salvagers. They rip apart the wreck and they give you raw materials. So with that, I refine all that down to turn it into materials, like minerals, like they're raw materials, and then I sell that. So it's a multi-step process. So after career agent, what to do? It's really whatever. See, this is where it becomes a choice. There's career agents. There is exploration. Exploration is also really lucrative if you get into it. Exploration requires a few skills. Scanning. Basically, you scan down sites that are hidden. Actually, let's go with this one. Let's see if there are any. I'm not going to scan them down because I don't have a scanning ship on me right now. But, so, let's open up the map. Alright, so we don't get bumped off. Alright, so, descan. Alright, probe. Okay, right now there is none in the system. But, if there was something in this system, it would be like a little red, box. And then what you would do is you would eject your probes, and you can move your probes in the general direction, and you can actually find something that you can't actually normally warp to. Like this, I can just right click and click warp to. But it would be a red item. You see them in space all the time when you're warping around and stuff. But exploration is a good one because you can go to sites, you can hack data cans and things like that, and it's actually decent money if you do it right. But there's so many options of what to do. There's the agents, like the missions. There's exploration. There's wormholes. There's obviously mining. There's gas huffing, which you can also do in wormholes. There's market manipulation and market trading, buy low, sell high, that kind of stuff. There's manufacturing, which we kind of discussed. There is, cosmic anomalies, which that's more of like low sec 0-0 kind of stuff, and that's where the in-game politics comes to play. There's a myriad of things. There's planetary industry. Some of this stuff would be a lot easier with Omega, but hey, it is what it is. Gas huffing. Damn, sounds like yeah, that's just what we call it. We call it gas huffing, but you literally are. It's like you're a glorified vacuum cleaner. You're sucking in gas, and then you can, refine that and stuff like that. It's kind of like mining. It's just gas. We just call it gas huffing. Yeah. But there's something for just about everybody, and there's, PvP. You can also make money off PvP if you get successful at PvP. You can remove people from their ships forcefully. You can take their, you can loot their stuff, sell it, keep it, whatever. Or some corporations, if you die in a fleet, you get a thing called SRP, Ship Replacement Program. You get money for dying, and then your corporation, if they have it set up as well, you can have SRP in your corp too. So like double dipping, but glorified vacuum cleaner. Yeah, it's like the movie Spaceballs. We switched from suck to blow. The giant vacuum in space, sucking up all the oxygen. Yeah, that's perfect actually. But yeah, have fun. The game is infinitely complex. I don't know anybody who has successfully beat this game other than they uninstalled it. When we win EVE as an EVE player, It's uninstalling and quitting. That's how you win Eve, okay? Had to stretch there. That's the only way you can win. That's the only way. So you will learn that. Don't trust anybody because, there's people that have hundreds of accounts. Um, don't ever trust anybody further than you can throw them unless you've met them in real life and can trust them. This game is full of spies, scammers, and things like that. Anything. There's a lot of scams out there, but don't trust anybody. If you ever set up a corporation, don't give director roles unless it is an absolute, like you are 100% sure. If you're not 100% sure, then don't do it. Um, if yeah, yep. I was seeing economics explained on EVE Online finances and real life economics and was fascinated and tried it today. Yeah. So EVE Online actually has a economist, an economic advisor that works for Fenris, because it's a completely player-controlled market. There's very few things that are actually seeded inside the game itself. Mostly it's skill books and blueprints, but there's very few things that the company actually inputs to the market, injects into it. Everything else is player, from drones to ammunition, ships, all of that stuff, structures. Yeah, it's 100% on the players, and that's why it's very volatile. And especially when there's a Plex sale and things like that, blah blah blah. Yeah, fun times. Yeah, it is. It's an extremely deep game, extremely deep. Um, you won't learn it in a month. You won't learn it in a year. It takes a while, but there's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of cool people, especially as a newer player. Meeting newer people, they will help out newer people by giving them ships and skill books and things like that. There's a lot of generous people, but there's also a lot of people that are there to screw you over. Do other factions go on war and other things? Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, yep, absolutely. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at sovereignty. All right, so there's three. So you have, your high sec here. Yeah. Hang on. All right. So you have high sec right here, which is, your 1.0 to zero point 0.5. You've got your low sec that kind of goes around that, zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.1. And then you have 00, which is, well, zero point 0, null sec. So we have a thing called blocks. A corporation is a group of people. An alliance is a group of corporations. And a coalition is a group of alliances. So we have, the Imperium, which is what I'm in, which is all right here. You have Winter Coalition, which is, here. This kind of area. And then you have, the Initiative, which they are one alliance, but they have some pretty decent allies right there. That is the three biggest numbers as far as people in the game. Yes, there are block wars. Down here, there's a bunch of alliances. And up here in the drone lands, there's a bunch of alliances. Like each one of these colors is a different group of corporations that are all banded together to take space, take sovereignty. So you can see it, like there's Stacking, there's Legion of Death, there's the Rejected, there's Flying Dangerous, there's LinkNet, stuff like that. So yeah, there are wars. A couple of months ago, the Imperium, like me, we went over here and we invaded Geminate, and kind of poked at Winter Coalition as a whole. We had some good fights, some structures died, some Sov flipped, like anything you see right here with a B on it. This is sovereignty that we took. So you can literally kick somebody's sandcastle over and take it. So yeah, there is wars all the time. Like actually, I can show you. Like right now, we have two current war declarations from Vendetta Mercenary Group and something really pretentious. They're high seckers that, you know, prey on like high sec hauling and stuff like that. They're not actually getting anywhere. Nobody cares. We're in 0-0. You are on the bottom triangle cluster. The bottom triangle cluster. Bottom. You mean this? What do you mean the bottom triangle cluster? What region does it say you're in? Oh, you're in Pakvan. Or, yeah, wow. Okay, so you hang out in here. Ah, okay. I see. I see. That's cool. You enjoy it? Pretty fun. That's good. You and fret. Yes. Good stuff, though. Yeah, I'm glad. But yeah, so as you can see, the game is massive. There's over 5,000 systems, like all of this, that you can physically go to. The only systems you can't are these regions, because this is Jove space. You physically cannot go there. But all of this you can actually get to. And then there's over 2,000, over 2,800, I think, wormholes that you can get to as well. So yeah, there's quite a few systems that you can actually get to. A lot of good stuff. And, you know, a lot of it, it's pretty fun. It's a deep game. Like I've said 1,000 times, it just keeps getting deeper. So I haven't selected the systems I've visited right now. Like, I've visited every system in Imperium space, and then all these red and you know, orangish dots are all places that I physically went to. Jove space, so there's the 4 empires, you know, Amar, Kaldari, Galent, Minmatar. Dang it, I did it again. So there used to be the Jove Empire, a 5th race. They are, oops, that's not what I wanted. They are no longer around as far as the lore. So that's these systems. They are owned by the Jove, and as you can tell, there's no connecting gates to their regions. Okay? Like, there's no connecting gates. So these are just systems that exist, and that's it. Now these systems, like you can see, like these are all unclaimed, but you still can't get to them. Yeah. So it's the Jove Empire. It was a 5th race, or not a race, but a 5th empire. There's a lot of lore. There are 3 books that were written for the game, and some smaller stuff. And like the Wars of New Eden, those are books that discusses the actual wars that took place between some of the alliances and things like that. Did I do this? Yeah, I did. So that kind of stuff. But yeah, so as you can tell, it's deep. It's what kind of drives you. What do you want? Some people like industrial stuff. Some people like PvP. Some people like both. It's really up to you. It's whatever, you know, what strikes your fancy. What I would say, if I was going to... Woohoo! Thank you! Thank you! You're awesome. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if I was going to ever suggest anything, what I would say is try a smidge of everything. Watch some YouTube shorts, or, you know, see some streamers maybe, you know, see what people are doing, and like, hey, you know what, that looks interesting, I'm gonna go try that. Or, you know, just take a little bit of time to do a whole bunch of things, and then whichever one really stands out to you, you know, do that. I wish there were drops. I wish. But that's what I would suggest. don't stick to just one thing. And if you get everybody gets bored, but that's the beauty of this game. You can try something else. So it's pretty simple. But yeah, do that. Just give it a try. Meet people. There are, like my wife, she has one account. She's always had one account. And, you know, I know people like laugh at that. Like, oh my God, this is an impossible game to do by yourself or just with one. But who cares? Do what you want. Just try to, you know, find a social group that's helpful and honest. Because joining a corporation is one of the hardest things. Finding a corporation that's actually decent, especially in high sec, because every corporation promises the world. We're gonna mine, we're gonna PvP, we're gonna low sec, we're gonna null sec, we're gonna wormhole. Yeah, concentrate. You can't do everything. Concentrate in one thing and then branch if you can. But you know, finding a corporation that's actually worthy of you, that's difficult as well, because you know the right group of people. If you like Discords, you know, the EVE Online and actual Discord, they've got a recruitment channel in there. On the EVE Online forums, there's a recruitment section. In game, obviously, there's a recruitment section. There's a little bit of everything. So it's whatever you want. I heard even spreadsheet. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So Microsoft and EVE Online, well, CCP partnered, and there is an actual plugin for Microsoft Excel for EVE Online. So yes, you're absolutely right. That is very true. That is true. That's why it's often called, you know, spreadsheets online, because there's people that are geniuses. Like, they min-max everything to squeeze every cent out of everything they do, to just amass wealth like no other. So there's a lot of really handy-dandy spreadsheets out there. Google spreadsheets. Don't get Microsoft if you don't have to. Don't pay for something when Google is there. But yeah, there's spreadsheets for PI and manufacturing. There's all kinds of tools. Like I use Eve 8-APM preview, so I can just go like this. I can flip my accounts with just hotkeys and stuff. You know, like people have made some really good tools out there. How much money do I have? I have enough. I have enough. That's why Ishtar spinning is okay to me, because it lets me spend more time talking to you, and not paying attention to something else. I have enough ISK that I could lose my assets and rebuy them. That's all I wanted. So I have enough. We'll just say that. I've been around since 2006. Actually started really playing in 2007. So let's just say I have enough. I have enough. I got $5. That's how much I have. Like today, in 2 hours and 58 minutes, well, less than that, because I've spent like the last 15-20 minutes talking with you, but today 131 million raw ISK in, let's just say, 2.5 hours, and then all the loot and salvage on top of that. So like let's switch ships, and then I'll put all my loot and salvage that I got today in there, and I can show you, give or take. So another 184 million in loot and salvage. I'm gonna melt all this down and refine it all, but yeah, because I'm gonna turn it into natural, into resources, and yeah, select all. Nope, I don't even have the option because I'm not in the right structure. That's okay. But yeah, that's why. Makes sense, yo. Makes sense. So what's your next big milestone in EVE? Ooh, CCP my pants. Oh my god. Okay, that's the best name I've seen so far today. You're awesome. I love that. I really love that. CCP my pants. My next milestone, if I could get to 1 trillion ISK, I'd be happy. I would consider myself wealthy at that point. I'm close, but I'm not there yet. 1 trillion ISK would probably be my next milestone. As far as assets, I am very boring on assets. I have my PvP ships, my jump freighter, and my ratting stuff. That's it. I don't have like a swath of assets around the galaxy. So, but my biggest milestone, I would say, is getting more people to play slash enjoy the game. That's why I have the AMA, because yeah, getting more people to enjoy the game. That would be my milestone in Eve. Um, but as far as assets, right now I'm good. Yes, I have a Titan. Yes, I have a Super. I'm a capital ship kind of person. I love capitals, like dropping, 500 dreads. I love that. But yeah, I this is, I'm very cheap. I'm very cheap. What would be your next big milestone in Eve, huh? That's what I want to know. What would yours be? Mm-hmm. Yours would be more important. Ah, my next is abandoned drones in every system in Eve. Are you really? Wow. Ha! That's good. So the missus, she has been playing. She recently got back into it, and so she started a brand new character just to have fun with it. And what she's doing is she's going like from the top of the map to the bottom, from the east to the west, and then she's going diagonal and stuff like that. She's gonna touch every single system in known space. I'm a bad drone daddy. Ew, that sounds naughty. Oh man, that's awesome. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. I love it. Bad drone daddy. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about reading that. It's great. It's great. Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate that. But CCP my pants. My God. That was difficult. I love that name. I love that name. That is the best thing I've seen all day. Okay, kids. Hang on, let me look at this real quick. If anybody wants to continue the conversation, you can go there. I know. Promotion time. No. So we have two ways you can reach us. Discord. Everybody has a Discord server. I get it. I understand. And we have an in-game channel as well if you want to BS, talk about fittings, things like that. We do have the link tree, which is all the other social media, because I like sharing cat pictures and things like that, and food and stuff. Fun times. It is 12:59. I'm going to get out of here. It is time. Who has a streamer in mind? We are going to raid, baby. We're going to raid because we need to. But who is a good streamer? Who is a streamer that we can raid off? Huh? Oh, there it is. What? That was stupid. Yep, it is time to get out of here for the day. I will, Mystic should be back tonight, but I will be back tomorrow. Every day, 10 a.m. EST is when I'm here, except for the weekends, because I like to sleep in. I heard my brother was here. FC peed my pants. That's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, Aparlo, I appreciate that, but I think we're going to kind of stick with an Eve person. Who has an Eve one? Or I'm going to just do it myself. Okay? Same category. Let's go with low to high. 7. Uptime. Here, you guys watched me rat. How about we go watch somebody PvP? How about that? I like it. Let's start this thing. You guys are awesome. So like I say, stay happy, stay healthy, stay humble. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate the fun. And we'll see you guys on the flip side, all right? Stay cool in this heat, too. All right? Please do so. Please. All right. Here we go. We're raiding, baby. Yeah. Bye.